There he is. Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome.
Is my dishwasher too loud in the background here, or is it all right?
No, I can't even hear it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
What about my AC? My AC unit's humming right outside my window. Can you hear that?
Oh no, it's totally fine. I mean, yeah, my dishwasher's pretty loud for some reason, so I wouldn't be able to hear anyways.
Awesome. Dude, nice to meet you. So, I'm really looking forward to playing with you because you're well over 2,000 rating. So, I'm curious to pick your brain a little bit. How long have you been playing chess, and what's the secret?
Yeah, I've been playing a few years. I kind of picked it up in college, kind of like during college.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, not really any secret. It's just a lot of very hard work, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
It's a lot of just like struggling with tactics, puzzles, and learning opening traps the hard way and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to still muster through. What school did you go to? Where are you based?
Oh yeah, so I went to RPI. So it's in like Albany. It's like a tech school.
Yeah, very cool.
So yeah. So now I graduated recently, and so now I'm an engineer in Connecticut. So yeah, working on aircraft engines, which is pretty cool. So,
No way.
Nice place to be for sure.
Yeah, on the hardware side or the software side?
More on the boring maintenance side.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's like whenever an engine needs a shop visit, you kind of tell the shop what needs to get done. That's kind of like what my department is responsible for.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It's always amazing how like that whole supply chain of aircrafts and everything that's included in it. Like a lot of people don't realize how many pieces of the puzzle have to all be working together to make that happen.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Just a lot of cooperation amongst many different companies because it's all very complicated. So it's hard to do it all as just one organization.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, well, congrats. Congrats on the graduation and landing the gig in Connecticut.
Yeah.
So what is your goal in chess? Do you have a journey that you're on, or just play casually now?
Yeah, I mean, like I'd like to make some form of master, like national master or something here in the US.
Yeah.
But that requires like a ton of over the board practice. So it's really a long-term goal. Like I've been 2,200 online, but it's really like a whole different ball game, over the board.
Yeah.
So it's I guess something like that I've learned is like just to keep the kind of the goal like within reach. So the goal isn't like necessarily like immediately that big next jump.
Yeah.
You just kind of take it like one tournament at a time and try to play your best.
Yeah.
Because like with these big goals, like it kind of gets like a little bit demoralizing, because it's so far away. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm well aware of a goal that's that's pretty far away.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's good content though. Like, yeah, it's.
Thank you.
It catches the eye, when you're scrolling through YouTube. So.
Thanks. Yeah, and I'm starting to realize like people are appreciating the content and helping me out, and that's, I mean, the challenge I'm facing now is I'm finding myself spending a lot of time like replying to people and talking to people in the comments, and I'm like, well, that was 30 minutes I could have spent like watching a video of a certain opening, or and so I'm like at this point where like, am I a YouTube thing, or I just really want to like focus on improving my chess? So
so you got kind of sucked into the content side and like the chess is kind of falling off a little bit, maybe.
I don't want it to. I don't want it. I don't want to fall off. I want to keep improving my chess game, but I just feel bad because I have so many people who are like offering me like sound pieces of advice, and I don't want them to feel like they're not appreciated. So.
Well, it's tough though with like, you know, so much information overload, like, you know, everyone giving like all their advice, like it's helpful, but at a certain point it's just, you know, you need to kind of take things one step at a time, and you know, you like work on one thing at a time. You know, you can't do everything at once, really, you know, when you're learning. So
So what else do you do for fun outside of chess?
So I got into golf pretty recently. So yeah, that's fun. It's nice, like, because chess is like very competitive, and I just go and golf, and it's like just completely for fun. Like I don't care how I do. It's gonna be bad, but it's, you know, it's entertaining. So
yeah, and you're outside, like the best.
That's nice to have something like that where it's just no pressure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it's great. Yeah. No, it's nice to get out.
Get outside. Yeah, I love that with golf. As long as you're with some friends that like you can joke around with, and nobody takes it too serious, then yeah. Dude, well, Owen, very nice to meet you. So you're Bobloblaw829 on chess.com.
Oh yeah.
What's your YouTube handle? Are you active in the
comments?
comments?
I think it's just Owen Kelleher. I think it's just my name, honestly.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll go ahead and set up the challenge. We'll do an unrated 10-minute, 5-second increments, and then I would love to jump back on after and go through the analysis.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I kind of saw you on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I, you know, want to go do an analysis. I feel like that'd be helpful. So
I'd love to have you walk through all the places where I mess up.
All right, great.
Awesome. All right, dude. Well, nice to meet you. I'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
All right, see ya.
All right, bye.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here is my 7th subscriber game of the series, playing Owen Kelleher, aka Bobloblaw829, aka I think he goes by Owen in the YouTube comments as well. He's rated at 2100, so I'm really interested in seeing what kind of advice he can give me here. All the best, Owen. And I've got black here. He's going Queen's Gambit. I'm going to go the Slav defense. Modern line. I go ahead and continue with this. What a cool guy. Getting his degree. Working on as an engineer in the aircraft industry. Yeah, golf is definitely something I want to get more into. I found that when playing golf. Okay. So we got the queen move here. Do I take here? want to say no because I'm trading a bishop for a knight. So let's go ahead and retreat this way to keep the pin and to not, if I were to go back this way, he could easily advance and maybe I develop my knight here first. So I can eventually move my queen somewhere if I need to and still protect that or defend that knight. I think I'm going to take with this pawn and open things up on this side. I think if I take with this pawn, it's going to be challenging for me to get this bishop over here in order to attack, but this allows me to get my bishop into the action. Okay, if I come here, I think it's a little bit too early for that. I think I'll castle. Okay. Now I think going here, if takes, I take, and then I'm threatening both of these, so I gain a tempo. But I also have to develop my rook. And maybe, yeah, let's, actually this here looks tempting. To allow for this to move without the queen coming in and taking. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Make room for my bishop. Gotta be careful now though, because this is, if this, okay, maybe it's not under that much of an attack. I just noticed it didn't have an escape square anymore, so. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah is law blog. All right. Rook to c1 move with no sound. Good thing I'm paying attention. This move to get rid of the pin situation and still defend looks good. I also can maybe, I mean, not that move, but this looks attractive too, getting my bishop here. I need to develop this and connect the rooks. I think that's my next move. So maybe lining it up. Oh, I think they are getting ready to do that. So probably this, threatening this, and then this. So can I come here? Or can I come here? And then after that, what do I do? I think I'm gonna exchange. That bishop wasn't really doing too much on that side anyways. It does prevent my strategy of doing that. I'm gonna develop my rook now. Oh, time check, 4:55 at the 13 move mark. I'm well below where I want to be. So I can go here now. It takes... I don't know if I want to get rid of this pawn though. I'd rather do something like that. Coming in hot to attack my queen. How dare you? How dare you, blah, blah, blah. This and this is pretty good for them. I'm gonna come back. I gotta just move. I gotta just move. I think their knight's coming in though. Yep, he's coming for me. So now my queen is defending this pawn. I don't want them to take my... I don't want them to take my bishop. Oh no, I can see them coming for it though. Ah! He's gaining so much space with these little moves. Now he's coming in and take this. Ah, darn it. Come down, let's see, and then I come over here. No, because of the discovered attack there. I think I'm gonna take their knight with this. Exchanging pieces. I still have one bishop, which is a good thing. I'm gonna come down here now. And then try and do that. Try and do that business. Grab the open file. Okay. Oh, can't grab the open file now. They probably won't take. They can go here. And then I take. Oh. Okay, I'm definitely taking this. So they can come down here, they've got this right here, but I've got this and this. I think I'm going to get my rook over here. Or sorry, my knight over there, reconnect the rooks. so that's defended here. Let's see if I can get up there. But I gotta leave a little back door first. Oh, not that back door. Because of this guy. He would watch me open that back door. That means this one, but then that's pretty... Ooh, what about this? If I come here and they take... Darn it. My idea was if I come here and they take... Then I can... fork both of the rooks. We'll see if I can do that. Then they can probably... Ooh, what's going on? Nobody knows. Ah, I blundered. Ah, no. Wow, good game. Very good game. I'm going to finish it out just because, but dang. Ugh. Now I'm on tilt, so yeah. Man. Yeah, I'm trying to be sneaky here. Good game. Oh, Owen, you had my number the whole time. I don't know. 2100. I have to feel like I did okay. I have to feel like I did okay. Yep, he's coming in hot here. Hey, you want to say hi to everybody? My wife. One day I'll get her on here. I'm gonna run out of time. Good game. All right. Let me message him and get it back up. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm surprised I lasted this long, as long as I did.
Yeah, you played really well. It was more of like a strategic kind of battle rather than like a tactical blunder or anything like that.
Yeah.
Which is really good because it means that the game is a lot more instructive. There's like some more like larger strategic things we can talk about.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let me get into the game review here to see how we both did.
Yeah. You saw that pulled up too.
Yeah, it looks like okay, wow. You had 88% accuracy. I had 79. I played
that's so weird that they have
yeah.
That the different reviews have different accuracies. What
was yours? What did you show?
Mine says 91.3 and 79.5. I think it's I think I tried to hook my thing up to like the strongest engine I could.
Oh.
I don't know. There was some weird settings. I think they got rid of. I remember there was one setting where I could like set it to the depth 30 stockfish, and I think they like got rid of it because that's a lot of computing power. I think. I don't know. I'm not like a stockfish expert or anything.
Well, let's.
But it's not the computer stuff is not really the biggest thing, anyways.
Well, I do see that sometimes when you go through the moves, you can see like the best move, like flipping between two moves in a period of time, and so maybe just depending on when you push the button, it'll calculate it differently each time.
Like what the things that are important for computers to look at too are not necessarily like things that are as important from a human perspective. Like the computer takes no account as to like how difficult the position is to play. If there's like a string of like only best moves you have to find, or will tell you like, oh yeah, you missed a win, like you're so dumb, when it just kind of came out of nowhere and it was like a crazy tactic that no one saw.
Yeah.
So it's you have to take with a little bit of a grain of salt. And yeah, I guess like one thing I kind of wanted to talk about before we kind of get into the main analysis is like kind of talking about like how to analyze your games.
Okay.
And this is like a mistake that I made a lot too. Like when I was learning to play, like I was playing a lot online and everything.
Yeah.
And I would finish my game and I would just like boot up the game review immediately and just kind of like flip through and see what the computer was saying, and I would kind of like base all of my kind of opinions on the game off of the computer. Which is it's when you're starting out, like you don't have like a whole ton of like experience to really like back up your opinion about like maybe where you went wrong or whatever. But it's nice to kind of think about without the computer, just looking through the moves, like kind of starting to get the sense of like, okay, where did this start going wrong for me, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's interesting that you bring that up, because the last couple of nights, what I've done is actually gone back and, it sounds really weird, but I've watched my own YouTube videos, because then I can hear what I was thinking at that point in time. And hearing what you're saying now is maybe I go through the analysis just to see, just a first hand where there were obvious things, but then going back and like going through the motions, hearing myself talk about what I was thinking about without the computer there at all probably would be good to do as well.
Yeah, that sounds like a really cool idea, actually. And you kind of like have a bit of a unique opportunity where everything's like recorded and you can go back and see like exactly what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Because like I know like sometimes I'll look back at a game and I'll see a mistake I made and I'm like, what was I thinking here?
Yeah. Cool. No, that's super helpful. Thank you. I'll probably the challenge that I have is today worked out because I do have a hard stop, but it's in 15 minutes here.
Okay. So if you want to kind of go through it a little faster,
the challenge for me is just the time that it takes to do all that. So I think if in a perfect world I had all the time and no kids and no family and all the less responsibilities, I probably would definitely spend a lot more time.
Yeah, and it's something like you can even kind of balance like your chess time, maybe slightly less games and more analysis and, maybe like just study on like, just all sorts of different stuff like end games, tactics, all that. Kind of as you get better, you have to spend more time like on the not actually playing game side to like actually improve. But anyways, we can, I guess, like get started going through the actual game here.
Yeah, cool. Where do you want to start? Because we played book moves all the way through. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Did we though? I had an inaccuracy. It shows when I brought my bishop out to b4 on move 5.
Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure. I think maybe this isn't like the correct variation, maybe just not the right timing here. I don't know. I'm not like really like a big opening theory expert or anything. I know there is one line that looks a lot like very similar to what you played. I don't know if you were going for this or not, but like after bishop b4 here, like say I play e3, were you planning on playing queen a5?
E3, queen a5. No. I wasn't
okay, so that's so it might not be this specific line, but there are a lot of lines that kind of go like e3, queen a5, and then if I play something kind of more passive, like say I play queen b3 here, you actually, this is just a blunder. So anyways, the idea is that you have d takes c4 is an idea, and the queen is opening up on the bishop.
Yeah.
And also you're threatening to bring the knight into e4. So you're planning on putting a lot of pressure on my knight on c3 here.
Oh, wow, yeah.
While also gaining a tempo on the bishop when you bring the knight into e4.
Mm-hmm.
So I've definitely lost games like that before.
Cool. But that's super helpful.
I guess this isn't the exact line, but anyways, like if I went instead of so apparently I was scared of nothing. So this is why I played queen b3 first, because then I didn't want to allow this line.
Okay. Yep.
So I took a bit of time and just played queen b3 because I was afraid that I was gonna
walk into that line. Interesting.
I've definitely blundered stuff like that before, so I wanted to steer clear.
Cool. Good to know. I'll keep that one in mind. And then then I retreat back.
So the bishop is actually a little bit misplaced on a5. So, really, you could just bring it back to e7 and break the pin on your knight.
Yeah. Okay.
And you kind of avoid a lot of problems down the road. It looks really passive, but the thing is, your bishop on a5 isn't really exactly doing too much here.
I was thinking it was just maintaining the pin on the knight on c3.
Right. And the problem here, though, is that you've lost a little bit of time, and so I'm able to play e3 here and just develop normally. Mm-hmm. And if you spend a little bit of time looking at it, you kind of see there isn't really much of an attack really going on at all. Like it looks kind of aggressive, but
Yeah.
you know, I have too much development really at this point.
Yep. Okay, cool. And then, so, yep, you move e3, then I bring my knight out. You take, I take. I took with this pawn.
Yep.
Because of my bishop over here. I wanted to open up my light squared bishop. Because I figure the dark squared bishop wasn't doing much over there.
Yeah, exactly. This is like the standard kind of way to recapture in this sort of structure.
Okay.
Yeah, there's actually a name. This is called the Carlsbad pawn structure.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah.
With the 4-on-2 on the queen side here.
Yep. And then okay, bishop d3, castle, castle, and then I bring out my knight over there on b6. I think that was just to open up the bishop, the light squared bishop.
Yeah, so bringing the knight to b6, it's not exactly a great square for the knight.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an idea here would be, well,
because I was thinking that
because
I knew that queen was coming eventually down to b7. And I was hoping that the knight move would defend against it and allow me to move my bishop out.
Yeah, I see. I like that. There's one like tactical problem though, is that the bishop doesn't exactly have a ton of squares.
Yep.
And so like eventually you had to trade it off for the knight.
Yep.
Which like material wise is an even trade. But in this position, my two bishops are definitely a lot stronger than just the bishop and the knight that you have for them.
Yep. And so you move the rook to c1 just to gain the half open file.
Yeah, so this was actually not this was one of my mistakes. Well, not exactly mistake. I mean, computer says it's an accuracy, but after I played this, I started thinking that I actually had some better ideas here. Actually, one thing I want to show real quick is, so instead of knight b6, something you could have played is rook e8, with the idea of playing that knight over to f8, and that's like a pretty standard setup in this opening.
It is, okay.
Yeah, so that's like kind of one of the ideas.
Is that because then the knight can go to g6 and protect against if queen goes c2 and you get the battery on h7?
Yeah, there's just a lot more squares that I can access from there.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a great defender of the king. It has g6, it has e6 maybe in some positions. But yeah, so you can continue with the game.
Okay.
So here instead of rook c1, I thought maybe queen c2 was actually better, because I'm threatening this pawn on h7 if I play queen c2, because your knight's pinned.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then it gets. What was I thinking? Yeah, so queen c2, you pretty much have to play h6 here. And then I play bishop h4.
Wait, you played bishop h4?
Sorry, so here after knight b6.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll go queen c2, h6, and then bishop h4.
Yeah.
And also, with the other idea of trying to play a3 and b4 to trap the bishop at some point in the future.
Yeah.
It's a lot of moves away, but it's something that you have to watch out for as block for sure.
Yeah. In the video, I did notice that, especially when, Because I think you advanced the pawn. Let's see, you advanced the pawn, the A pawn, before you moved the queen, right? Okay, so queen.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to avoid any queen trades.
Mm.
So yeah, if we follow the game after, after queen d6 here, I didn't want to allow you to go queen b4. So like I wanted to play bishop f4 here, but I saw bishop f4, queen b4, and I don't know. I guess I could have just dropped back, but I wanted to eliminate that possibility, and also I was kind of threatening the same idea with trapping the bishop.
Mm-hmm. Queen. Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, I figured it was a good. See, normally, like if a move kind of accomplishes two things at once for you, it's those are generally your best moves, like the multi-purpose type of moves.
Yep.
Where it's not like, oh, I'm just making a threat. It's like I'm threatening one thing, and then maybe like there's some other factor too that I'm improving in my position.
Yep.
Anyways.
Okay. Let's go. So I do the exchange, and at the time that was the best move, but
yeah,
like you said, you've got your two strong bishops now, and then I move the rook over to e8, which was an inaccuracy. The engine likes knight to e4 better.
Yeah, so knight e4 is good here. You're hitting the bishop, and you're getting your knight involved in the game. Yeah, I like it. And I don't want to take on e4 here either. Because why would I just give up my nice powerful bishop for that knight there?
I think I need to think about that more, because I've always just considered knights and bishops even, but probably majority of the time, and I think somebody has even said this, a majority of the time bishops are worth more than knights. Is that?
Yeah, well, it's not so simple, and it's something like I feel like personally a lot of people, a lot of like more experienced chess players kind of overvalue the bishop over the knight, because it really is a case by case thing. There are some positions where the knights are better. Some positions the bishops are better.
Got it.
And it's more like an experience kind of thing.
Okay.
Like, I've played like a million games of this opening, and I just know that this light square bishop is a very strong piece, aiming down at h7.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, anyways, so that would have been a nice way to kind of activate your pieces.
Yep. And so then you move the bishop back to f4, attacking my queen. I move my queen down to e7, just out of harm's way.
Yeah, all very normal. And then I play a4.
Yep.
Threatening a5.
Yep.
And it's tough. You're kind of getting squeezed here positionally.
Yeah.
So it's tough to play.
Yeah, I felt that once you made that move. I think I even made a comment of like he's coming in, and then I figured, okay, if I can get some more squares for my knight to move to, that's probably a good idea, and develop my bishop at the same time. So I do that, but I forget that. I was worried about the queen coming down to b7 in the beginning. I totally forgot that was still a threat after I moved my bishop. So, and that's exactly what happened after you moved knight to e5, which was the best move to do. Got a great outpost there, threatening my bishop.
Yeah. And this is another thing too. So this type of move, I see a lot. I saw a lot definitely when I was a little bit like lower rated, and it's kind of like it looks like a good move because you're like activating your bishop, putting pressure on the knight. But after knight e5, I kind of turn the tables on you.
Yeah.
And because the knight's not pinned, I can play knight e5.
Yep.
I'm attacking the bishop. The knight's on a great square, and if you look at the bishop, I mean, it's not really doing a whole lot out there. It's not, really aimed at anything.
Right.
And also you have the issue of the b7 pawn being undefended.
Cool.
So sometimes you do kind of have to not develop that bishop in order to just defend that b7 pawn.
Yeah.
In certain circumstances.
The engine liked advancing the c pawn to c5.
Yeah. I'm just seeing that here.
Then potentially forking the.
That's a great move. So that's pretty instructive. So I'm threatening a5, and you need to kind of start striking back, start gaining some space in the position because you're really cramped. You need some sort of pawn break.
Yeah. To
kind of open things up, give yourself a little bit of play.
Yeah.
And so c5 is great because it threatens c4 with a fork.
Yep.
So I have to respond.
Yep. Cool.
Anyways, don't want to go too far.
So I retreat back because I'm being attacked. There was probably a better place to put that bishop. The engine likes moving it back to e6. Probably.
Well, and so I'm looking at mine's just suggesting bishop c8 here.
Oh. Okay.
Which is, it makes sense, seeing how the game ended up going.
Yep.
But it's not a move you want to play, right? And just like
getting it back on the on the back rank. Yeah.
Usually it looks like you're not doing so hot there,
Yeah.
So definitely a move that you've kind of already at this point. It's kind of tough, already. If bishop c8 is your best move.
Yep. I do have to unfortunately kick up the speed a little bit in which we go through this, but I want to go to that queen trade was a really good move, and you've got both of your bishops. My knight to d7 move on move 20 was a mistake. And I don't really, because I'm threatening your bishop, and I think your bishop can just retreat or attack the rook. So
you've always got to think, like, when you're attacking a piece, you gotta kind of think like what your opponent's next move is, and if like retreating that piece is like really a large concession, or like for me putting the bishop back on g3 is also a really nice square, and you could argue that your knight's actually, well, your knight's definitely much better placed on e4 here.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's hard to play because I can take and double the pawns and everything.
Yep.
Already, like at this point, like
you've got such an advantage on
perspective. It's
At this point, where you're like, were you feeling pretty confident? Like, I mean,
it's pretty much like lost.
Yeah.
At this point, like especially if I was playing a classical game.
Yeah.
Because it's not so much about the material, it's more about like the prospects for either player. Like, I'm gonna completely control this b file. I have the two bishops and I'm up a pawn.
Yep.
And it's symmetrical.
Yep.
There's not like really a ton going on, not a lot of craziness.
Yep.
So it should be like a pretty straightforward conversion.
Did you see the master plan I was trying to cook up with that after rook to b5 on move 24? I was thinking I could fork the rooks at some point. Did you see that?
Yeah, so it's I was thinking, okay, it's always dangerous to put my rooks on the same diagonal here where they can be forced. But here I was, because when I was contemplating where to put this rook to try to double on the b file. I was keeping that in mind. But it's always important to like be concrete. So like it's possible that like at some point I could blunder, but as long as I just think concretely, like, okay, what's the actual threat here? And
So at 2100, you don't blunder much.
oh, I still blunder. Yeah. They're just
Okay.
it just kind of takes more chaos and stuff going on. Like, everyone blunders, like no matter what your level is, but it's just kind of like the amount of pressure that causes you to crumble.
Yeah.
Gets higher and higher.
And you had enough time. You had plenty of time to think through it, and I was just hopeful at this point because I knew I knew I had lost. I'm just like, maybe I can do that. And then
and I could always play it safe, but for this game I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to play the top move I can, every move, just so it's an instructive game to go over afterwards. So I was always keeping an eye out for that idea.
And then the next major move is when I blundered my rook away, and the rest was probably.
Well, actually, so here after, I can't see the number things. Do not like this analysis here. Let's get rid of all that. Okay, yeah, move 25. So after I play bishop h4 and you play rook e6.
Yep.
So you kind of are sort of tricking me to go bishop f5, and then you can come in with bishop e2.
Yep. Oh, I mean, I wish I was tricking you, but I didn't even see that my rooks were on the same diagonal.
Yeah. But it's like I could play that and trade off the rooks.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's actually best to do that here. I think it's better to just continue. Or what I play? I play rook b7. Yeah, so rook b7 kind of gets rid of that threat, right?
Yeah.
Because they're no longer on the same diagonal.
I didn't even.
So I played rook b7, and then now I'm threatening.
If I would have noticed e6 getting my rooks on that same diagonal, I probably wouldn't have played it.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah, but it's always important to be careful, even if you're up, and try to play as completely accurately as you can.
Yep.
Anyways, and then just blundering the rook. I mean, it happens. Especially when you're already in a tough position, you tend to kind of make more mistakes like that.
Cool. And then I just keep going because I think you deserve to checkmate.
We'll play it out, right?
Yep. Oh, Owen. Thank you. Thanks for the game, and thanks for your support and reaching out. I definitely learned a bunch on this session. Would you ever consider coaching anybody else? Would you?
Yeah, that's the thing is I was kind of considering coaching because I'm sort of in the range where I might be able to start coaching.
Yeah.
It all depends on my work schedule and stuff as well. But
yeah,
it was something I'm, thinking maybe I'll do. A little bit of a passion project.
100%. I'm all about those passion projects. Well, thanks again. All the best in work and golf and chess and all that.
Thanks.
And have a good rest of your day and in your evening, and I'll see you around.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, good luck with the chess journey that you got going.
Thank you. It'll be a long one, but
for sure.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, have a good one.
See ya.
Okay, bye.